All right, everybody. Willie the Bam Johnson here with Fooyah Magazine, from the underground to the mainstream. We got one of my heroes, my main man, Mr. Michael Jai White. You know, I always talk to y'all about him. I mean, he done had a great success with Black Dynamite out there right now. I know everybody done heard about it, done seen it written up in all the magazines, so forth, giving it great ratings, bringing it right back to how the martial arts used to be back in the 70s. Mr. Mike, tell him, I mean, what was it like working on Black Dynamite?
Well, I mean, it was a labor of love because, I mean, I wrote the movie, you know, got it produced and, you know, starred in it clearly. And so, I mean, it was a lot of fun, man, because, you know, I hired my friends and you know, that genre meant so much to me. And I know it has been with you as well. You know, it was a genre that, you know, we take great pride in because it finally showed African Americans in a fashion that was, you know, that was worthy, you know, worthy fashion. It was not, we weren't servants and maids and all that type of stuff. We were the heroes, and, you know, we had strong alpha males as role models. And so, you know, I wanted to pay homage to that, you know, that alpha male that I grew up, you know, trying to be.
You know, it's interesting because as you talk, and I'm smiling, because I remember the Muscle and Fitness, man. I guess it was about your workout, and then it was leading into the movie. They had a shot of you when you was a little kid, back in the day when you was practicing martial arts, you know, roll with your coaches and all that. So now coming up in the 70s, and coming from a kung fu movie, and walking through New York, and feeling the vibe of the street, and I know you made the nunchakus and all that stuff. What was that culture like? I mean, even being a part of a dojo. I mean, because people look, it's like, some reason they look like they think that life never existed, where there was no dojos in the inner city, there was no good instructors in the inner city. What was that culture like for you?
Well, see, one thing is I explained to a lot of people that the martial arts came by way of the inner city. I mean, it came from, you know, from the Orient.
Yes, sir.
And it was, you know, came to this country by way of GIs, you know, soldiers who were in the Orient, in Korea, Okinawa, Japan, who learned the art and brought it back here, right? And so where did they teach it? Not in the suburbs. They taught it in the ghettos. You couldn't teach true martial arts anywhere else. It wasn't a business. It's a business now. You know what I mean? It wasn't a business back in the day. And we grew up seeing ghetto martial art warriors. I mean, literally, you could not have a business in the suburbs. You can't teach martial arts the way it was taught back then in Beverly Hills. No, you had to go to the projects, and every great instructor, whether it be, you know, the pioneers, the Peter Urbans, you know, that's why he taught people that was, you know, straight up ghetto, and that was the, you know, it appealed to the real fighter, the real downtrodden, because it was developed for downtrodden people who had to fight against oppression. So, you know, you ain't gonna teach that wasn't taught to no rich folks.
And what's so wild, I mean, I think the one thing that I get, even in one of your interviews when you talked about after a sparring class, when you had to get a bruise, you had to get a busted lip or a fractured rib, because you didn't learn anything. But not just did that injury to me, not just did that injury like make you come back, so you wouldn't get hit in the rib again the next time. You might get hit in the eye the next time. But the thing it was building was character that made us be stronger, the men that we are today. I mean, would you agree?
Well, absolutely. I mean, there's so much. I mean, we understand the business of it and the evolution of it. But when you had to train your knuckles, when you got hit by people with trained knuckles, you know, you had to achieve a black belt. You had to have some serious intestinal fortitude. It wasn't no cakewalk, you know. So you had some teeth knocked out, and that was just par for the course. At the time, you didn't have nothing else to compare it to. And I remember the advent of wearing pads. It was so foreign to, like, who is this to protect? You know what I mean? Well, I conditioned my knuckles and my knees and my shin on a Macchiato board for a reason. You know what I mean? So when you had, you know, people taping up and then covering up in pads and stuff like that, the whole element changed. You know, it's almost like you like fighting a war with BB guns. You know what I mean?
I know.
So, you know, of course, that changed a whole lot in the fighting, in the you know, the whole spirit. You know, and then almost everybody can get that black belt.
Right.
You know
Right,
what I mean?
yeah.
You didn't run into that wall, that thing that says, well, why am I doing this? And have to overcome, walk through that fire, you know, and forge yourself beyond, you know, what we really knew we had. But that was such a gift to us. That was such a gift to us because nothing compares to that.